So this is a little bit of lore, specifically in D&D's The Forgotten Realms. We have the Red Wizards. Who are the Red Wizards of Thay? Because terrifying.
Yes, they are red-clad wizards from Thay.
Okay, perfect. That's our video, everybody. We hope that this was informative for you.
Yeah, so the Red Wizards of Thay track their origins back to the earliest versions of the Forgotten Realms.
Right.
My first contact with them was in a first edition D&D product called Dreams of the Red Wizards, which was sort of a gazetteer about the land of Thay, which is a nation in sort of central eastern Faerûn, the main continent of the Forgotten Realms. And geographically, it's a fascinating place because the entire nation is basically lifted up on a giant plateau. So already there's this sort of element of baleful condescension where the Thayans live atop this plateau higher than all of the realms around them. So maybe it doesn't surprise anybody that they're actually sort of an aggressive, conquering nation, that they seek to subjugate the lands around them, not only for their own protection, but because Thayans in general have a society that's a magocracy, which is those who have the magic rule. And there are 8 schools of magic, and each school in Thay has a ruler called a Zulkir. And the greatest of all those Zulkirs is the Zulkir of necromancy, Zastam. And being a necromancer, since necromancy is the most powerful school in Thay, not surprisingly, a lot of their army is undead. And where do you get corpses to feed your undead army and to rebuild your undead army? Probably not from Thay.
It's kind of an import thing.
Yeah, it's kind of an import thing. You conquer your enemies, you take their corpses, and their corpses become your soldiers. It's a very gruesome thing to know that one of your neighbors does this. The Red Wizards in charge are kind of unscrupulous and horrible in that way. And they're always looking for weaknesses elsewhere, other footholds they can establish to basically cement their own power, all with the goal of becoming sort of the masters of magic, controlling the ebb and flow of magic, keeping magic items in their custody and out of the hands of others. Magic, 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 it's ours, we want it all, kind of mentality. And they'll do anything to get it, and they're sneaky, and they have spies everywhere. A red wizard is often betrayed by their red robes, and many of them have shorn skulls and tattoos on their heads as well that distinguish them. But those are all things that can be hidden. And so a Thayan spy may not look like that. A Thayan wizard can travel abroad and not draw attention to themselves by masking those traits quite easily. And so they're everywhere.
And Zastam is also, necromancy has kind of a career path very often.
Yes. Necromancy has a new face. So with Zastam in particular, since Thay basically all goes up into this guy, and he sort of shapes the future of Thay more than any other person in the realms. What are Zastam's goals? Well, the guy is already undead. He is a lich. So he has cut the mortal coil and now exists in this perpetual undead state where he has to feed souls into his phylactery in order to preserve his physical form. A phylactery is like a receptacle that basically, like a refrigerator, he just goes into every day and gets a sandwich out of.
That's horrifying.
Right? So he's got this receptacle where he stores souls that help preserve his undead state, but he's got bigger ambitions. He wants to be a god. Who doesn't? But it's very aspirational, but that's the quest that he's on. And if you are not on board with that, then you are as good as dead.